Anna had never imagined her life would come to this. Once, she had been the cherished wife of Damian Cross, the powerful millionaire CEO, known for his ruthless ambition and cold heart. But when she told him she was pregnant, everything shattered. His words cut sharper than any blade. "I'm not ready to be a father. Handle it yourself." And with that, he walked away. Through 9 long months, Anna fought alone, working 2 jobs, surviving hospital nights without a hand to hold, and finally bringing her baby boy into the world without the man who had promised forever. She swore never to forgive him. But fate had other plans. Years later, Damian stood before her again. The once untouchable CEO looked broken, desperate, and on his knees. And at his side, a little boy with Anna's eyes whispered, "Mom, is he my dad?" The past and present collided that night. The night Anna found out she was pregnant. The world should have been filled with light, laughter, and dreams of the future. Instead, it was the night her heart was shattered. Damian Cross, the man she loved and the man the world feared, stood in their penthouse living room, staring at her with eyes that felt like stone. His tailored suit reflected his wealth, his power, his arrogance, but his words, they would haunt Anna forever. "I'm not ready to be a father, Anna. This will ruin everything I've built. My company, my reputation. This isn't the life I planned." Anna's hand instinctively rested on her belly, though it was still too early for anyone to notice the life growing inside. "It's not about your company, Damian. It's our child or our family. Don't you feel anything?" For a moment, his jaw clenched, his hands curled into fists, and Anna thought she saw a flicker of doubt. But then, his voice turned cold, final, and merciless. "Handle it yourself. I can't be tied down. I won't." And with that, the door slammed, and Damian Cross, the man who had promised to love her forever, walked away without a backward glance. Loneliness in the shadows, the months that followed were nothing short of war. Anna faced morning sickness without comfort, sleepless nights without reassurance, and hospital visits where she sat alone, clutching her belly as other expectant mothers leaned on their partners. The whispers of neighbors stung. "Isn't that the CEO's wife? Where is he? Why is she alone?" But the worst was not the whispers of others, it was the silence from the man she once called her husband. Anna refused to beg. She worked. She sacrificed. She sold her jewelry and moved into a smaller apartment, trading luxury for survival. The once radiant wife of a millionaire CEO became a woman who ironed clothes for extra money, skipped meals so she could afford baby clothes, and stayed up late, sewing tiny blankets for the child she already loved more than life. The day her son was born, tears rolled down her cheeks, not because of pain, but because of emptiness. Damian wasn't there. No one was there. She whispered to her newborn, pressing her lips against his tiny forehead. "It's just you and me, little one, but I promise you will never feel unloved. Never." She named him Noah. The rise of the CEO, and the struggle of a mother while Damian rose higher in the corporate world, signing billion-dollar deals, appearing on magazine covers, and earning the title the Ice King of Wall Street. Anna fought silently in the shadows. She worked double shifts, carried Noah on her hip when she couldn't afford a babysitter, and read bedtime stories by candlelight when the electricity was cut off. Every time Noah asked, "Mommy, where's Daddy?" Anna's chest tightened. She never lied. She only said, "Daddy wasn't ready." And Noah, with his innocent eyes, would nod, as if that answer was enough. But deep inside, Anna knew one day that question would demand more. The unexpected return. It was 5 years later when fate decided Anna's carefully built walls would come crashing down. She had just picked Noah up from school when she saw him, Damian Cross, standing by a black luxury car that looked completely out of place in her modest neighborhood. Her heart froze. He was the same man, yet not the same at all. The arrogance seemed cracked, the confidence dulled. His eyes searched hers with something she had never seen before. Anna. His voice broke, just barely. "I need to talk to you." Anna's grip on Noah tightened. "There's nothing left to say, Damian. You made your choice years ago." But before she could walk away, Noah tilted his head, curiosity dancing in his wide eyes. He tugged on her sleeve and whispered the words that shattered Damian's soul. "Mommy, is he my daddy?" Damian froze. His world stopped. The boy's face, the boy's eyes, they were his own. And for the first time in his life, Damian Cross, the millionaire CEO, who had conquered everything, felt powerless. Anna pulled Noah close, her body shielding him as if Damian might snatch him away. Her voice was steady, but her hands trembled. "Don't confuse him, Damian. He doesn't need you." Damian's chest tightened as though invisible chains were crushing him. For years he had convinced himself that walking away was the right decision. He told himself he wasn't ready, that fatherhood would destroy his empire. But standing there, staring at the small boy with his own sharp jawline and Anna's gentle eyes, he realized what he had truly destroyed his family. "Anna, please," he said quietly, stepping closer. "I was a coward. I was blind. I thought success meant never slowing down, never caring too much. But the moment I saw him, I knew everything I built means nothing without him, without you." Anna laughed bitterly, though tears shone in her eyes. "You think you can just show up after 5 years and undo the nights I cried myself to sleep, the times Noah asked me why he didn't have a father. Where were you when I was in labor? Damien, do you even know the sound of your own child's first cry?" Her words cut through him deeper than any corporate rival ever could. He wanted to answer, but Noah suddenly spoke, his small voice breaking the silence. "Mommy, why are you crying? Did Daddy hurt you?" Damien fell to his knees in front of the boy, his expensive suit brushing against the cracked pavement. For once, he didn't care about appearances, reputation, or pride. His voice shook. "I hurt both of you, Noah. I was wrong. I wasn't ready then, but I'm here now. If you'll let me, I want to be your dad." Noah's innocent eyes widened as he studied the man who looked so much like him. He reached out a hesitant hand, but Anna quickly pulled him back. "Noah, inside," she whispered. The boy obeyed reluctantly, glancing over his shoulder before disappearing into the apartment, as the door closed. Anna turned on Damien, her face hard, her voice sharp. "You don't get to waltz back into his life because you suddenly grew a conscience. I protected him from your coldness. I built our life from nothing while you chased boardrooms and headlines. Do you have any idea how many times I thought I wouldn't make it?" Damien swallowed hard, his throat aching. "I know I don't deserve forgiveness, but I'm begging you, Anna. Give me a chance to prove I've changed. Let me earn my son's love. Let me earn yours." She shook her head, tears streaming freely now. "Love, Damien. Love doesn't abandon you when it gets hard. Love doesn't walk away from family. You had a choice, and you chose yourself." He stepped closer, his voice breaking. "I chose wrong, and I've paid for it every single day. My bed has been empty, my heart has been hollow, and every time I saw fathers with their children, I thought of what I lost. What I threw away. Anna, please. I can't undo the past, but I can fight for the future." Her silence was heavier than any answer. Damien stood there, desperate. Knowing the empire he had built meant nothing compared to the fragile hope of holding his son's hand. Damien didn't sleep that night. The image of Noah's small hand reaching toward him, only to be pulled away, burned in his mind. He sat in his car outside Anna's building until dawn, watching the light flicker in her apartment window, wondering if she was awake too, holding their son the way she used to hold him. The next morning, Anna found him waiting at Noah's school. She wanted to turn and walk the other way, but Noah's squeal "Daddy" stopped her cold. Damien's heart swelled at the word, though he knew he hadn't earned it. He bent down and hugged Noah gently, afraid the boy would disappear if he held too tightly. Anna crossed her arms, her voice laced with warning. "One moment of affection doesn't erase years of absence." "I know," Damien whispered. "That's why I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm asking for the chance to show up every day, to walk him to school, to pack his lunches, to sit in the audience when he performs. All the things I should have done." Anna's chest ached at his words, but her eyes narrowed. "You think a few gestures make you a father? Fatherhood is sacrifice. Damien, it's choosing someone else over yourself every single day. Can you honestly say you're ready for that?" His voice cracked, raw and unguarded. "Yes, because every day without him was empty. Every night without you was a punishment I gave myself. I built an empire, Anna, but it means nothing if my son doesn't know Myth. You never believe I've changed." Noah looked between them, confused but hopeful. "Mommy, can Daddy come with us? Just this once?" Anna froze. Her instincts screamed to protect her son, but Noah's pleading eyes pierced her defenses. Slowly, she nodded. Damien exhaled a breath he hadn't realized he was holding. That evening, the three of them sat together for dinner. Awkward, quiet, but together. Damien fumbled with Noah's fork, made silly mistakes, spilled water. And for the first time, Noah laughed so hard he fell off his chair. Anna caught herself smiling, her guard slipping just a little. Later, when Noah fell asleep on the couch, Damien gently draped a blanket over him. His eyes lingered on the boy, soft with wonder, before lifting to meet Anna's. "I don't expect you to love me again," he said quietly, "but let me love him. Let me be his father, and maybe, in time, I can prove I'm the man you both deserve." Anna's heart battled with her wounds. The pain of the past was heavy, But as she looked at Damien kneeling beside their sleeping son, she couldn't deny one truth. He wasn't the same man who had walked away years ago. The choice wasn't just hers anymore. It was Noah's. And Noah had already started calling him Daddy. Times. Life gives us second chances, not because we deserve them, but because love is stronger than pain. Damien once chose power over family, and in doing so, lost the people who mattered most. But fate brought him back to the son who carried his eyes, and the woman whose heart still carried scars. The question now isn't whether Damien regrets the past, it's whether Anna can trust him to build a future. Can love heal wounds carved by betrayal? Can a father earn the right to be called daddy after years of absence? Their story is far from over, but one thing is certain. Sometimes the greatest empires aren't built in boardrooms, they're built around the dinner table. With love, forgiveness, and family. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more heart-gripping Millionaire CEO stories.